Today I'm going to be taking you guys with me on a trip down to the bayous of Louisiana to catch some fish. I'll be using fish traps and lures to try and show off some of those beautiful wildlife this biome has to offer. I caught some awesome fish, so settle in and enjoy some good old-fashioned fishing. It all started when I went to use my fish trap in an alligator-infested canal that's known to have some crazy fish. I've caught tons of crazy species here, so I was excited to try it out again. In fact, this one spot housed all the fish you're about to see in all these clips, which I do have a full-length video on if you want to check that out later, but I also, in that video, trapped here and didn't have any issues. But that wouldn't be the story this time, because when I threw it out, baited up with some bread, I came back a couple hours later and found out somebody had taken my trap out of the water, stole the fish out of it, and broke the trap in the process. So we decided to move locations and use a different homemade trap in this more swampy area, which is much further away from civilization and thus fish thieves. And this would be a blessing in disguise because the fish here were awesome and very aggressive. So I started out by scoping out the area and choosing a spot where I'd start laying my trap. There's a little fish swimming right there. Oh, big fish back there. All right, we're putting in some stale chips and bread in the little trap compartment. I want to make this right out there. Perfect. All right, I have it sitting there for just a few hours, and then we'll come back and pick it up. Swamps with pretty water and cypress trees are my favorite type of natural environment. Now, we didn't get to see a gator today, but don't worry, you'll see one in a minute. I didn't have my fishing rod this day, so we just waited around until it's time to pick up the trap. All right, let's see what we've got. Oh, we got some. Two of them. And they both look like perch or bluegill. All right, just gonna dump them out. Grab them real quick. Whoop. Two very pretty bluegill. Put them in a bucket. And let's get them home. These two bluegill are big enough to reproduce, but not too big to where they'll outcompete my other fish, so I decided to let them go in the pond. Ooh. Got some extra plants for the pond. One big puppy right here. Ooh. And another big one. I was honestly expecting to catch a lot of small ones, but those are some good sized ones. But we're gonna catch some more fish later, so I'll catch y'all tomorrow. The next day, we tried to use some ramen noodles and oatmeal for the trap bait, but nothing really went in the trap, so instead I decided to do some fishing. See that alligator hanging out right here by my fishing spot, little turd. He's no bigger than 1.5 feet long. Little tiny fella. I decided to throw out some crappie jigs from my $5 Walmart crappie kit that I did a video on, and let me tell you, these things crush fish. There it is. All right. Got us a bass. It's a small sucker. That's the guy that hit it a second ago. Let me get him calm down here. Calm down. Now, our pond is fully stocked with bass, so we're just gonna release him. Beautiful little baby largemouth. I'm gonna hold it up closer so it looks big, but we're gonna release him. He hit it hard too. That was great. Something big just splashed over there. Probably got about 45 minutes of daylight. We'll do a little bit more fishing here and then we'll check on the trap. See if maybe there's a school of them. That'd be cool. There it is. We got a seaweed monster. Oh, same size. They must be schooled up right there. That means this is about to be fun. For these small schooling up bass, those curly-tail grubs, crush them. There we go. Another monster. We're going to release him. They're pretty. Look at the coloration on that sucker. There he goes. Get this, I think it's a dead lily pad or something. All right, he smoked it. Let's catch another. There's this big patch of seaweed up there. Oh, it's a big crappie. Dadgummit. I was just trying to say, there's a big patch of seaweed that kind of comes out to a point right there. And I was gonna say, I bet something ambushes it when it comes out there. Of course, I wasn't prepared. All right, last cast here, and then we'll move somewhere else. Got a big crappie right here. There we go. There we go. On the last cast. And it's the first time I said last cast too. Well, you know the rules. You can't stop on the last cast if you catch a fish on it. So there we go. Exact same size as the other ones. We're gonna release him. I kind of got my hand looped into this lure here. Let me not hook myself here.
Can we eat him?
No, he's way too small. All right. We're not keeping any bass to eat unless they're big, Grace. That's way too small. Right. If I don't get a bite this time, we're gonna pack it. There we go. There we go. Good sized bluegill. Oh yeah, look at that guy. Woo.
We eat him.
Grace wants to eat him. He is good size, so we might just keep him and eat him. I just saw a fish right there. I know I said last cast, but for real, this is the last cast. Come on. There we go.
Dinner!
Okay. I told you I saw a fish. And you know what that means? That resets the casts back. So, one more cast. This guy's smaller than the other ones, but I knew I saw something swimming around. And look at the coloration. That guy's beautiful. Beautiful little largemouth bass. We're gonna chunk him back and hopefully catch his buddy. Oh, I just cast over the tree. No. Oh, yeah, that might be last cast. Oh, I got it. Okay. Okay. It somehow did break the line, but it still got out of the tree. So I got my lure back, but I guess that's where we have to call it quits now. I don't feel like retying this thing right now. After that, we checked the traps, but there's nothing in it, so I'm not going to waste your time. This is us setting up stuff the next day. All right, this time we loaded up with some dog food. We're going to see if that's any better. And I'm going to put it right over here. Let me see if I can maybe jig next to this tree. Just jig it up and down, see if we can get a bluegill or a goggle eye or something to bite. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there are some teeny tiny fish down there in the trap. They're baby bluegill, but they're fitting right through the little slots, so they're not big enough to fit in the trap, but there's tons of them down there. So this spot's a little bad. I mean, there's still wind going, but the current is not nearly as strong. So I'm hoping maybe we'll have some more fish kind of chilling here, wait for food to come by. And this little thing is the perfect size for pretty much any fish in here to eat. So, oh, something's in it. Okay, there is something here. Just barely missed it. Okay, grab the tail of it. So, see if I can get his attention. Ooh, almost. That guy keeps grabbing on this debris. That's where I want it. There we go. There we go. Ah, get another bass. All right. Alright, looks like these small bass are moving pretty good. They love these grubs. Alright, don't stab me. It's from that $5 Walmart crappie kit. Still slaying them. Another little tiny largemouth. But that means the fish are still biting. This one's probably smaller than the last ones we got yesterday, but still awesome catch. No, we can't eat it, Grace. God, that was quick. There was a big fish right there just now. It just took off. So all this current's going that way, and this is a little cove that's perfectly still. I have a feeling. If I can keep this from getting in the weeds, I think I could do this. Key word in that sentence was if, and let me tell you, I could not. Every time I casted, cast after cast after cast, it was nothing but weeds on the end of the line. So it got to the point where I was giving up on this grub, and I decided to try out a special bass lure we made on stream a while back. All right, time to use our little plunger squid homemade bait. We're gonna try it out again. Now this area seems mostly clear of seaweed, but anything close to the banks is not. So hopefully I can draw something out. This big old bait is real bright and pretty. Maybe we can get a good sized bass, maybe a bowfin, big alligator gar, something cool. Got caught up in some seaweed there. Oh, look at that bird. Dadgummit. This piece of seaweed right here has caught me like 4 times. Go. It looks so cool in the water. Can you see it?
Yeah. You can see it really good.
That action to it. Ooh. Oh, of course that hook is stuck on it. Look at that action. That action's really cool. Alright, I'm now invoking the power of last cast, which means if this video's taught me anything, I'm going to catch a fish this time. I'm going to try to cast over to where that thing's splashing. That is not where it's splashing, but I'm going to let it float that way. Might pop it a little bit on the surface. I want it to float over to where that fish has been splashing. Something went and hit it. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
It went right as I went to pop it. That was either a bowfin or a gar. Probably a gar. Something was just right here too. Okay, we might try that. Oh, it's a gar right there. Was a gar. He followed it up. It wasn't very big though, so we want a big monster. I'm talking 10-pound bass, maybe a 15-pound bowfin. We want something crazy. All right, well, last cast. We're gonna cast it out that way instead. Don't catch anything. I'll check the trap. It's getting dark, so we'll see how it goes. Boom. I don't imagine I'm going to catch a bass. Conditions don't seem like I'm going to get a good sized bass here, but maybe I can catch a gar or a bowfin or shoe peak, something like that. I'm curious. I haven't seen anything messing around with the trap in a little while, so aside from those itty bitty teeny tiny ones, I'm not sure if we're going to have any fish in the trap. I see a bunch of small ones hanging out outside of it, but we're going to go ahead and check it now. Moment of truth. Did we catch anything? Oh, we did. Oh, wow. Okay, we caught quite a bit. Also caught somebody's fishing line. There we go. Oh, these are tiny too. Oh, okay, hold on. These are mostly rock bass, goggle eye, whatever you want to call them. But let's see what we got here. There. It's a baby goggle eye. They got those big old mouths. We don't want these in the pond, so he's gonna go. Makes me think a lot of these are going to be, nope, that's some kind of little, ooh, bluegill or sunfish. We're gonna go ahead and just throw all of these back. It hasn't rained in a while, not enough to fully aerate the pond, but that looks like a red ear sunfish, otherwise known as like a shell cracker. Throw him back. Let me try and do this quick. Ooh. This one right here looks to be a regular bluegill, maybe. Ooh. Trying to get through these quick. Oh yeah, this one for sure gonna be a goggle eye. Ooh. Ooh. Well, maybe not that one. Ooh, maybe that one's a hybrid. All right, so we got two here. Ooh. There we go. Gonna throw him back. Oh yeah, that's definitely a goggle eye. They got them big old mouths, so sucking on my finger there a little bit. All right, I'm gonna throw him back. Looks to be yet another goggle eye. Now these things are everywhere out here. There's a ramen noodle stuck to him. So I don't want them in the pond. They kind of overpopulate, so, and outcompete the native fish. All right, then last one, looks like a regular bluegill. We gonna release him too? Okay, that one did way better than yesterday. Yesterday we didn't catch anything in here. So that's why we had these ramen noodles. We set it out yesterday with ramen noodles and oatmeal and didn't catch anything. So I think dog food worked a good bit better. And with one last cast, I was finally ready to end the day. All right, well, looks like the only thing we're gonna be catching out here is seaweed, so I'll catch you guys next time. If y'all wanna see the video where I used those crappie tubes and got that Walmart $5 crappie kit, check the video that's up on the screen right now. And as always, Jesus loves you, I love you, and have a great day. Whoa, you're still here? Well, let me know in the comments if I should do a kayak fishing challenge out here, and thanks for watching all the way to the very end.